Yo, welcome to Smorgasburg Sports, coming to you from the fan zone here at 51 West Studios. Man, first of all, before I start talking about baseball, I want to say thank you to everyone that's subscribed to my channel recently and everyone that's checked out my Facebook page. We just got that started. There's already been a couple people coming, leaving comments. It's awesome. I love to hear everyone's opinion on my videos, on what's going on in the sports world, and just in general, just like to bullcrap with people. So, I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Yeah. So we're gonna jump into baseball. That was an awesome game last night. Okay, I'm still kind of like jittery from it because I was nervous. Like it was a 2-2 game in extra innings. The Yankees Astros that. This is turning into a great rivalry in baseball, in my opinion. I mean, they met in the ALCS in 2017. It went 7 games. There's a lot of tightly contested games. A lot of players still playing on both ball clubs. They both match up really well against each other. Like the Yankees beat the Astros down in Game 1. Zach Greinke has not looked good in the postseason so far. The Rays tore him up, and now the Yankees tore him up. And if I was an Astros fan, I would be kind of worried when Zach Greinke stepped on the mound again because it'll probably be in this series, and I'd be nervous because he hasn't looked good so far. And I know he has the capability of looking really good. He's looked good for the Dodgers in the postseason before, and he looked good for the Diamondbacks when he pitched there when they played in the postseason. But he hasn't looked good yet for Houston. So hopefully he turns the ship around if you're an Astros fan. But Tanaka looked really good game 1 for the Yankees. He threw 6 solid innings. Their bullpen was shut down as always. They won that ball game 7-0. So I was like, ooh, they went into Houston and kind of smacked them around a little bit and got a big win. But then the next night it was just tight all game. Like George Springer dinger tied the game up, I believe. That play with Jose Altuve at second base where there was a runner on first and second and 2 outs, and the ball got hit to Altuve and it kind of booted up off to him, and Correa ran up behind him and got it and fired the dude out at home plate. That was so awesome. Okay, as a baseball fan, I was just during that whole play, jittery, man. This the postseason is just so awesome to watch, and these two teams are so loaded. They have great pitching. Justin Verlander was really, really good last night. 109 pitches, pitched deep into the ball game. Only gave up 2 runs against a really tough Yankees lineup. Can't knock on James Paxton in that game. He looked really good for the Yankees. Both lineups, they can both score a lot, but the Yankees pitching has done outstanding so far in this series, and the Astros had a bounce back game last night. Their bullpen was amazing late in that game up against that tough lineup, just holding them off. Aroldis Chapman, they worked up his pitch count in that 1 inning, and he wasn't able to go 2 innings, and I think that kind of screwed the Yankees in that game because they had to, their bullpen just was kind of depleted. They already used Ottavino and Britton, and they were down to guys like Lazagia or however you say his name. He came in and was walked 2 guys. I don't know. And J.A. Happ was pitching when Carlos Correa hit that home run, and it was just not a good matchup. He's not someone that you bring in relief usually, and I don't know. I really think J.A. Happ would be pitching games for 5 innings to start and just kind of be a late rotation innings eater. You know what I'm saying? A 4 or 5 starter, but it didn't really I guess their bullpen kind of got eaten up, and they just didn't match up with the Astros bullpen late in that game. So I think that's the key for the Astros is they have to blow through those relievers because that Yankees bullpen is tough, and those starters have looked really good so far, and that was just a crazy game, and I think that's just going to be the official start to a great series because game 1 was kind of not what you expected when these two teams play each other. But game 2 is what I think the rest of the series is going to be like. I think it's going to go 7 games, and I think it's going to be tight all the way down to the last out. The next game, we have Luis Severino pitching against Garrett Cole, who's been unbeatable lately, but Severino has looked good since he's come back. Garrett Cole had an amazing regular season. He's probably going to win the Cy Young, and he's been unhittable so far in the playoffs. So I think he could possibly be this year's Madison Bumgarner, where he just carries a team to the series. But it's going to be hard to do against this Yankees lineup, and it would be hard to do it in the World Series this year too because both teams in the National League are really talented. So I don't know. He has a very tough test up against him with this Yankees lineup especially, but I think he can handle it. And he's pitched amazing so far. I think he's up for the test. He's been throwing flames, and I really can't wait to watch this game coming up Tuesday, I believe. It's just going to be a great game. First game in New York in the series. We're tied 1-1. We got 3 in a row in the Bronx, so it's just the tensions are rising, and I can't wait to watch the rest of this series. It's just obviously I'm an Orioles fan. You see all the stuff around, and a couple people have knocked on me for it, but my team does suck. I know they suck. They lose 100 games a season, and I really enjoy the postseason because I get to watch really good teams play against each other, and when two good teams in baseball play against each other, the games are insane. Everyone that watches baseball knows that. So October baseball is like seriously one of my favorite times of year. I look forward to it every year, and I'm really loving this year so far, and I hope that it keeps up the way that it's been. So if you've been enjoying watching baseball, like this video, comment, let me know what you think's going to happen the rest of this series, what you think's going to happen in Game 3 tomorrow. I really like to know what you think. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate everyone that's come, watched the videos, and likes baseball. So peace out.
It was a nice game.
It was.